Welcome, Wastelanders, to episode 18. I hope you're all well, and hope you've been enjoying the series so far. Last episode, we pretty much set up the Enclave. They're ready. Senator Matthews landed on the vertibird and we're about to go for a meeting. It's a pretty big deal, I think. Let's check it out. I love the mod for that, where it's like making it really like highly detailed.
Always keep your weapon close, and don't be afraid to shoot on sight. The Wasteland's a dangerous place.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to shoot on sight. Shoot you on sight. It's a threat. Where does one go? Oh. Oh, I'm late.
Welcome. Please, why don't you sit over there?
Oops. Sorry, guys.
Good morning, everyone. Is Dr. Kane not joining us?
She's currently occupied with an autopsy. I'm sure she'll join us later.
Ah, I see. Let's get started then. After speaking with the good general over the past few weeks, I'm pleased to finally make all your acquaintances. I'm sure you all have questions about myself, the state of the Enclave as a whole, and about our next steps. Now, do understand that in the interests of national security, I can say so much. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I am Henry Matthews, Senator representing the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I was elected by your peers to this prestigious position after the untimely death of Senator Clark at this very base. I've been sent here at the
Why are they all staring at me?
President's behest to oversee your progress and to ensure the Commonwealth is brought back into the fold. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. Who is the president? I sorta lost track after eating.
Given recent events, the President's identity is classified. It's kept on a need-to-know basis. And my good man, you most certainly do not need to know. Nothing personal, you understand?
Where is High Command?
Sheesh.
Do we still have a central headquarters?
Well, I'm pleased to inform you that one of the Joint Chiefs is actually right here with you. General Ward was recently appointed chairman.
Oh.
An honor, truly.
I'm sure it is. As for the location of High Command, what I will say is we have shifted to more of a distributed structure. That being said, our largest active facility is Mount Weather. Most of the personnel I brought with me was stationed there. How about you? Lieutenant, was it? Any questions from you?
He was just promoted to captain, actually.
What happened to the telephone? It's got yeeted.
From what I've heard. So, any...
Forgive the intrusion, gentlemen. I have made a troublesome discovery.
What seems to be the problem, Doctor?
This autopsy, I was certain I would find a way to identify they were a synth. However, I was mistaken. If I didn't know any better, I'd have thought this was simply a vault dweller. It was only once I began the brain biopsy that it became clear it was a synth. There was circuitry, a lot of it, embedded deep within the brain tissue. Central to it, in fact. It's the only telltale sign I could find.
Damn.
These Institute synths, I heard they were lifelike, but seeing one in person, it's both incredible and harrowing.
It's like I told you. There's no way of telling a synth apart from a human unless you kill it. That's why people fear the Institute.
Yes, Colonel, you made your point.
The Institute has been on our radar for a long time now. Our agents
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Institute-related incidents in the past, but have never been able to pinpoint the Institute's location itself. With how little we know of them, they could very well be our biggest threat. I'll come back to this in a moment. Now that we have you, Dr. Kane, how has work on the FEV been going?
I've made some promising adjustments to the genetic markers it targets, but truthfully, progress is slow. We're struggling with the lab's power supply. There isn't enough to keep the FEV compound stable for more than a few seconds at a time. We can only run tests for a handful of seconds at a time, and only every few hours. Unless we have more power.
Myers, is there anything you can do about that?
Well, we could always shut down the factory, like we did last time.
That's not an option.
Agreed.
Only other option is to upgrade the reactors, which is easier said than done. Leave it with me. I'll think of something.
That's your priority now, Myers. See it done.
Good. So, to summarize our priorities, Chief Engineer Myers,
It says, isn't there some limiters sat there?
Dr. Kane, you keep working on the FEV. This comes directly from the President. Everyone else, it's about time we find a way into the Institute. We must know what we're dealing with once and for all. And I insist the Captain spearhead this mission.
Okay.
They look like the type to get things done. Before I forget, Captain, I brought an exceptional doctor with me. You should have your medical with him in the first instance. Make sure you're at your best and all that. Now, I'll leave you to cross the T's and dot the I's. I will be in my office should anyone need me.
A word outside, Captain?
Keep yeeting that telephone, do you see that? I just yeeted the typewriter.
Man,
Ooh.
this new gear we're getting is amazing. Ain't that the truth? Can't remember the last time I had a weapon in hand.
Let's talk to the Colonel.
Ma'am.
I don't like him, but he's right. I guess we'd better get to
He's
work.
right there.
Got any leads for getting into the Institute?
I'll get on it.
Good luck, and stay safe.
Okay, well, I think that's it for the Enclave for now. Genuinely have to find my way into the Institute to continue any sort of story, I guess. I'm guessing so. Let's do it. With reunions. There it is. Blind. Let's make our way to Diamond City. Well, guys, we're in Diamond City. Weather's awful. I've been here in a good few episodes now. Let's have a quick look around, see what's going on. You two twins? Actually, I should probably do some shopping whilst I'm here.
Everyone else may be closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open 24 hours a day.
That's great. I'll take
See
a
what
look.
you have.
The highest
I'm really curious at what weapons I have. Oh, okay. So does not have any guns or anything? No. That's all he has. That's incredibly rubbish. Anyway. Never knew there were twins in the game. Let's talk to Piper and Valentine.
Well, well. Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say?
Oh my god, I forgot Nick looks so swag.
Hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
We need help, Piper. This man named Kellogg kidnapped my son. That wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute.
Mm.
Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there. But to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is.
Yeah, that's true.
Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah, he's been dead for a couple of days now.
I wasn't gonna go quietly the moment I saw him.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
Doesn't matter what he knew. I'd kill him again in a heartbeat.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh.
I don't care if you disliked that,
You
Nick.
know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
I'm gonna need a really sharp ice cream scoop.
I'm sure you'll manage.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. If you want to head there together, just say so.
Unless I take Piper, then meet Nick there. Let's do that.
Out with Piper. We'll meet you there.
Sounds good. You two stay out of trouble. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back.
I hope so.
Just a few more steps.
And by the way, at some point, you owe me an interview. I want to hear how this whole story got started.
I do owe her an interview, but that can happen another time. Let's make our way to the Memory Den.
It's big, loud, full of corrupt officials and brown-nosing citizens, but it's home.
Nick with a 10-man walk.
Bingo.
He reminds me of what's it called? From Resident Evil 2. The massive... Is it Mr. X? I think it's Mr. X. Anyway, I'll see you guys at Good Neighbor.
You looking to get stoned or stabbed?
Hey.
Hey, you. We need to talk.
Huh? Okay. Oh, okay, I don't have a voice. What do you need?
My employers are looking for mercs to help them out. You interested?
Sure, what do they need?
There's this bunker over in attic. Head there and they'll clue you in.
I need to take care of something. Real quick.
Crawl out through the fallout. That's such a good song. I love just the music in this game. I'd love to play it, but I think I'd get absolutely demolished by copyright on YouTube.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs. You big flirt.
Riz Valentine. Damn. Oh, what's... No. Copyright. Slamming me. He really gives off like Mr. X vibes.
Dr. Amari?
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Nate looks way too happy.
Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
I mean, technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Ego, fetch me the brain.
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
We should try plugging you into a toaster next. Fresh toast.
It's nice to know that even when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new horrible ways to laugh at my expense.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine.
Oh, I feel like I'm such a bad person, but it's... I just don't know. Like, it's funny being mean sometimes.
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
More problems. Seriously?
It's not like anyone has ever done this before. You try making a secret technology work across hardware generations out of spare parts. Just let me think.
That's true.
The encryption is probably meant to keep a single mind from accessing the data. So what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
Let's go through the most boring bit of the game. Still being stared at though. Wait, bro.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable.
Okay.
Just hold on.
This will be interesting. Jesus Christ, that is bright.
Can you hear
I
me?
just felt my eyelashes burnt off.
Good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the
Well,
Institute's location.
just gonna pre-apologize now. This is going to be the most boring part of the episode.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Turn down the goddamn radio!
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Right, okay, yeah.
What a joke. What's it mean, Mom? Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop sending you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands.
Damn, okay.
You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
No, it doesn't.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There.
What? Oh.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
Where is he?
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You gotta give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about it before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
The she.
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Let's keep looking.
Hmm.
I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
It's crazy that he's like going for all that.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
Damn. Okay.
I found another memory to try.
He lost his family. Pretty crazy.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
We do seem to be getting closer because like he had his scar on his face then. Whether he wasn't losing his hair then.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided.
Oh, he's lost his hair.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline.
Damn.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about.
He just
after all.
capped them all.
Getting warmer. One of these has
It's
got
crazy.
to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Mm-mm.
Manual override initiated.
Oh no.
Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
C1, C3, C2, C5, C4, C6. There I am.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, no, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
Jesus Christ.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory.
It's pretty depressing, that scene. Even though I have a mod where my wife survived.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Well, this like what's going on? Oh,
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
okay.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know
Not
he's
Brian.
hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just eliminate?
That's so funny. It's special folders.
He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So,
It's kind of
I guess you're taking
breaking the law right there.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Well, okay. Did he just... Did he teleport slightly? Am I tripping?
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation.
That's crazy.
Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute
Because there isn't
no
one.
entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Okay, let's get out of here. I've had enough of this sequence anyway. Oh, it's painful going through that whole sequence. Oh.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure
Where's Nick?
No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition.
No.
Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice
I mean,
about
that does
following.
make sense.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact.
No, I think I'll just die.
Good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Interesting. Oh, can I take this? Yes, please. Take it all.
Day past 199.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. So, obviously, guys, this series, I think, has been going pretty well so far. Deacon, I know it's you. You gotta hide. Anyway, let's talk to Nick. I think it's going pretty well so far as this series. Series. Jeez, I need to learn. I just need to practice pronunciation better, because, like, the other day, I said Wastelanders. I guarantee a lot of people notice I somehow said went from Wastelanders to Wastelanders. How on earth that does it happen? I don't know. But anyway, let's talk to Nick. Oh, talk to you guys whilst walking about and going to the next quest.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
Hee
I should have killed you when you were on ice.
You want to try for round 2? Let's go.
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some
Kick
mnemonic
Kellogg's ass
encryption
around too.
Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far.
Yeah, I prefer Nick over
See where it
Piper.
takes us next.
Piper can go to Sanctuary. Yeah. So what other quests could I do really quickly? Because I don't want to rush the story. Oh yeah, I've had to. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Getting pretty tired. Yeah, I've had to, like, with all this stuff, like, because my game absolutely crapped its pants. I've had to backpedal just a little bit, so I think it's episode 14, where, you know, I've done loads of stuff and then the game just craps its pants at the end. And it really bugged me. But anyway, we're past that now. My mods are fixed, you know, we're up to date. So, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here, actually. So then, you know, I've got actual stuff to do. You know, I'm not trying to drag it on as long as I can. I just want, you know, an actual series with long enough videos. I don't want them to be too long. I understand a couple of my videos like 50 minutes to an hour long, and I just don't really want that. I want them to be like 30-40 minutes long, so then, you know, people don't get bored whilst watching. So yeah, I'm going to leave a link in the description for my Discord, and there's going to be a link tree which leads to my Patreon. There's nothing on there at the moment. I recommend don't give me any money for that at the moment. I haven't set it up at all. It's not in any position to be ready. So please, don't become a member because it's completely free. You get Equalizer Power Armor, which you guys have probably seen in the last few episodes. That really cool Frank Corrigan looking Power Armor. But yeah, I'd really recommend do not give me any money at the moment. I don't want any money. I'm doing this just as a side hobby for now. And any sort of money I'd love to come from views and subscribers. At the moment I don't really want to beg people for money because it's just not me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.